Oh, what the hell? Man, it's too early to be out doing this shit. It's 1 o'clock. I'm still supposed to be in bed with the cheetah. Well, I'm not. This is Patrick. Of course, you guys know me and Paladin the cheetah. We are Have Cheetah Will View, and welcome to the support suite. I'm just gonna say it what it is. Welcome to the fucking Spootacular. That's right. Here we go. Um, because every day is a Spootacular. This is also known as the Supportacular because we are here to support our friend Josh Hobbs. I am officially not on quite yet. I'm up, but I'm waiting for my boys, the friendly men, to roll up in here. Our good friend Steven, the House of Horrors, is holding it down right now on his channel. Mr. Dan and Horror kick things off at 11 a.m. with a kick-ass hour of fun. We got to talk Godzilla, kaiju, martial arts, and yes, there was some Yeti and Sasquatch beef news that broke. Rumor has it, news sources say that there could be a battle, a grudge match on the 4th of July between the Yeti and the Sasquatch. Stay tuned to Mr. Dan and Horror for more details. Hi, Sarah. How are you? How are you? Glad you're here. Hi, Katie. How are you? Uh, yeah, we came on just a tad bit early to welcome in our good friends. The Friendly Men will be here. They're going to hang out with us part of the hour, part of the 2 hours that we will be up. Hi, Jamie. How are you? Hey, JT. All right. The Nat and the Cat in the same house again. In fact, the Nat will actually, JT will actually be on tonight around 10 o'clock or so. He and Lamonia will be holding down the evening portion of this show. But we're not done after this. The mighty Icelord and the wonderful Jen Tochi will be carrying on after we are done here at 3 o'clock. So the fun still goes. They will be holding it down from 3 to 4. And if you know the Icelord, he's got something up his sleeve. Um, all right. JT says on his way to his cousins. Enjoy your day. And we will be seeing you. We'll be seeing you a little later for sure. Have fun. Don't eat too much cake. And save a slice or two. Speaking of slices, I got some encouragement from a good friend, Interweb Kaiju. Interweb Kaiju said, "You know what? I'm gonna go to my friend Patrick. I'm gonna warm him up, get him all happy. I'm gonna send him a slice of Little Caesars pizza. So I'll probably end up having to bail out of here sooner than later, thinking about that, because Little Caesars pizza is like, ugh. But you know what? We could take this time to offer everybody in the chat here to throw up some good pizza. So throw some slices up on your favorite place to have a pizza at. You guys can do that right now. Maybe that'll wash the Little Caesar vision out of my eyes. There is the mighty Care Bear. That's right. The Care Bear is coming out and hanging out. Thank you for coming out. Uh, that's awesome. That's right. That's right. It's no longer Carrie. I don't think I can't remember the last time I actually called her Carrie. I always call her Care Bear. I think it's just appropriate for me. But welcome in. And then there's our good friend Mike flying in from the UK to have fun with us today. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today, Mike. And of course, again, the mighty Sarah is here. She is going to be going to dinner and at Sam's and then having seafood later today. That is amazing. All right. Favorite. Okay. Jamie saying her favorite pizza place is a ma and pa shop named Lena's. That's amazing. I love those type of pizza places, Jamie. They are the best. Um, Katie says that she is at work, but she is listening. Thank you so much for that, Katie. Thank you so much. Carrie says, I don't know if I have a favorite pizza place because if it has pizza, I'm yeah, but Care Bear, but Little Caesars, right? I mean, do you agree with me? Little Caesars is not pizza. That's just not pizza, right? Um, that's just no. I will say this. I will say this, and that it seems like Pizza Hut For I used to love Pizza Hut as a kid. There was two pizza places that I used to go to when I was a kid. One was Pizza Hut, and the other was Shakey's. Shakey's is still open in California, but those used to be the two places I would go to have pizza at. But then Pizza Hut got sort of corporate, and so the pizza really suffered, and I really rarely ever eat Pizza Hut at all. But lately, though, lately it seems like Pizza Hut has gotten a little bit better. Oh, back to the old school. I've actually enjoyed the last 3 or 4 Pizza Hut pizzas I've had. Nanette is here with Jack. Thank you for coming in. Jim, now it's dark. Row 18, lot 18, row 20. That's that's right. Glad you guys are here. Feel free to share us out. This here is a 2-hour stream to help our good friend Hobbs Horror. I put the link to the GoFundMe. It's on top of the chat. If you feel like donating on his behalf, please do so. I know you saw me do this last month, but things have always changed. Life is not it's not in a compartment, right? It's like, yes, we helped him out last month, so everything's all good and everything's all good. That's not how it works, especially when you have a chronic illness like Josh has. A chronic illness means that you have it for a long time. It's not a 5-day thing. It's not like you catch a cold and you take care of yourself for 5 or 6 days and you're all better. A chronic illness, and in my case with cancer, with my wife's cancer, that's called a chronic illness because she has it and she's had it for years. Josh has had his illness for years. He's had it since I've known him, actually. It's going on to 4 years now since I've known Josh Hobbs, and he's had that all this time. He just didn't know it. He didn't really didn't know how serious it was till about 2.5 years ago. But now that he knows, now it's like holy shit. Um, so this is going to be ongoing treatment for him. Um, this is not going to be a simple cure. So the money that you care to donate today, or share this out, and the money that we raise for him today is going to his medical treatments. As many of you know that he's in the hospital this weekend. He's getting a blood transfusion. A blood transfusion as of 11 years ago. So I don't even know what it is today, but I know 11 years ago when Lori Ann was getting transfusions and she had a great insurance, it was $2,700 for one bag of blood. One bag of blood, $2,700 at the University of Michigan. $2,700. So when you see him going into the hospital and he's saying he's getting transfusions, think of it that way. Think of it that way. He's going in there and he's spending $2,700 for one bag of blood. Imagine when he has to have two. And yeah, our health system is broken. It definitely is. It definitely is. Uh, so I just want you guys to know that going into this, when we're asking you to donate, I know we just did this, but we need a little bit more. We need a little bit more. I know things are tough for everybody, including myself, but I gotta tell you, I don't know anybody really right now that's in his position. I mean, this is a very serious condition, not only health wise, and I know he'll probably get really pissed off when we mention it, but that's just how I roll here. So he looks like he's going to end up losing his job too. So what happened during COVID, and this is fucking frustrating to me too, and I'm going to be angry about this because when people were staying home from COVID, right? And we all stayed home, we all worked from home, right? It worked. People were comfortable, the productivity was way up. They all said that. Everybody said that. Every company said that. The production was way up. Everything was doing well. People were, they were in better spirits. Sure, you still had to check into the main corporate office here and there to be expected. Hobbs worked at home. kicked ass, kicked ass. His company always gives out awards for hitting your marks on their sales or retention or customer service. And if you watch Josh's his videos when he does his physical media, he'll sit there. I got this on a gift card. I got this from a gift card. I got this from a gift card. He got it because he's good at his job, and they were giving him the goodies. They were giving him the gift cards because he was hitting his goals. Well, some of you may not know this, but when he was trying to do Uber and Eats, the Uber Eats and DoorDash for extra cash. Well, he lost his car. He got in an accident. He put it out on there on his channel. He said he had a car crash, and in fact, it might have even been that's where he hurt his back at. But he lost his car, so he was working at home, and then all of a sudden, then his office said, "Hey, you guys need to start coming back a little bit more into the office." Okay, honestly, why? Why? If you're sitting at home and especially with Josh, because by now he knows that he has this chronic illness, him going to work every day in that office. In fact, the very first week that he had to go back to work in his office, he got COVID. The very first week that he walked back through the door. Nobody there in his office, COVID doesn't affect me. I got the vaccines. Who cares? The very first week he had to go back and work out of the office, he got COVID, and he missed like a week's worth of work. Ain't that some shit? So what they did was now they're telling they told the office where Josh works at that they're now going to be shutting that office down, and it's going to be an hour away by car, by car, an hour away the office. So no consideration in the fact that this young man's situation, he's sick. He knows that he could be doing his work at home. You get the same productivity from him at home. You're not going to lose anything at home, but you're going to tell him that, well, yeah, well, we can't let you do that. Now you got to, now either follow us to the office, and he has no car. You either follow us to the office or you'll get laid off. So that's some bullshit right there, right? I mean, I just don't get it. I truly don't. Now, I'm probably going to catch some heat for this off camera, but I'm just letting you guys know where it's coming from. This is why we need to dig a little bit deeper if we can to help him get there where he needs to be. Because not only does he have to worry about the medicine, but good Lord, he loses the job, the insurance. That's what he really loses. He loses the insurance. He has no car. He can't save for a car. He can't necessarily run out there and get a job anywhere because his medical condition won't allow him to. He can't get out there and lift shit around. I could go to Home Depot and I could swing him. I could go down there and work out of there. No, he can't do that. When you have a blood disorder such as he does, you're restricted to what you can do. That's just all there is to it. So I don't know what's going to happen. I do know that we're going to do our best to help him, whatever it is. We're going to, whatever he's facing, we're going to do our best to donate to it. So so that's where we're at. To be honest, just to guys to be raw and direct with you guys. It won't be here for we're not going to be here, and it's not going to be a doom and gloom stream. But I just wanted to emphasize why we're here for. I want to thank Mr. Dan and Hoare for kicking off our streams today. It was absolutely joy. Stephen, very well done. House of Horrors stepped up large. Ran a great hour talking about guests and conventions that he's had. It's a Wild Eye story. If that's absolutely true that he told about me and Hobbs, we won a contest together. It took him 6 months to give us the prizes. It was hilarious. Yeah, Hobbs does win a lot of prizes. I tend to I tend to follow Hobbs wherever he goes as far as these contests go because I'm always going like, remember that scene in Bring It On, and after the competition is over, and the boyfriend goes up to Kristen Dunst and says, "Well, how does second place feel?" It feels like first place to me. That's how it is with us. Whenever we follow Hobbs into a contest, we're not there for the win. We're there for second place. That's what we're there for. We're there to get second place. We're not there to get first because that ain't happening. Let me go back to the chat here while I was on my soapbox and catch up with the chat. You guys are already engaging. This is awesome. Thank you guys so much. Um, Care Bear is you guys all want to sub to the Care Bear. Definitely sub to the Care Bear. The only time where you can't be friends with the Care Bear is when the Steelers and the Bills play. Otherwise, it's Carey. But anytime other than that, it's Care Bear. Okay. Well, you can share us out in the net. That can help out. You can feel and Kerry knows about the quarterback. Yes, there's plenty of Joe Burrow is the quarterback for the Bengals. As many may or may not know. Oh man, that's right. Oh, it's on now. It's a Buffalo Bills takeover. Oh, hold on, I got something here. Oh, we can't have that. I would be very embarrassed if my screen got taken over by the Bills. That wouldn't. I would just. That's right, kids. And notice something on my terrible towel too. If you notice real closely on there, you'll see a Super Bowl sign. It says Super Bowl right here. Super Bowl right here. That's something the Bills Mafia has never experienced yet. All right. Oh, it's on now. Uh-oh. All right. So here what? Dallas Cowboys. Let's see who else. Bolts. All right. Here's what I want to see. Now, which team's going to represent now more? Represent. So I want to see. I want to look, and there's Katie down there with the Dolphins. Uh, we definitely want to see which team has the most support. So I want to see some donations right now to see which team could represent. And when you don't make your donation, when it says to leave a little comment there, I want you to put your football team there. Who you representing? Which team are you representing that you have pride in, that you claim? Drop a donation, claim that team. Put Bills Mafia for life, but do it. Do it in the GoFundMe. It's right there on top of the stream. Drop a donation. Brag up on your team. There's your challenge. All you guys talking about your teams. Here we go. Oh, look at see now. I already know Kenny's going to be donating because he just came in here and represented the Eagles. Well, of course we got the answer for Kenny though, because Kenny's used to seeing these, right? Kenny's used to seeing this. All right. So I want to go ahead and see some and there's I want to see some Packer stuff. I want to see some Packer donations because I saw Lady Valerie just walked through. I know she's a big Pack fan. So go ahead and drop $5 or $10 in the donation and then put your team's name because we will be checking, me and the Cheetah, we will be checking to see which team has the most money donated. Yeah. Uh, and I even tie into something else for you guys too. So whoever's team wins the most donations here, okay? I like the Eagles. I'm donating $15. All right, you got $15 there. Whoever wins this by the end of the Icelord's time at he's coming on at 3:00 and ending at 4. So by 4:00 Eastern time, whoever's team has been represented the most in the donations in the GoFundMe, I will have you come onto the show as a co-host for any guest that I have that you wanted to co-host with. So if I bring on like David Howard Thornton, I don't know if that'll happen. Who knows? And I do, and you want to come up there and co-host with me, you will be able to do that. I will bring you on here. You'll sit in here with us, and we'll do an 8 questions with me. Anybody I bring up that you want to be a part of. Hey Patrick, I see you got Courtney Gaines again. Now that could happen. I want to go ahead and co-host that show with you. You got it. But your team has to win the donation between now and 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. So but no, I that's yep. Whoever can go ahead and take. Well, there's some other Bills fans in here. There's some other Bills fans. So yeah. Um, see, let's see. Kyle, how he got with Edwards. There you go. So there we go. So this is what we're going to be doing. This is what we're offering. So teams are coming out. Vote for your team. Donate in your team. Say, hey, I'm voting for Josh. Go Bills. I'm voting for Josh. Go Eagles. I'm voting for Josh. Go Chargers. At the end of 4 o'clock, I will take a look. We'll see who has won. I will contact you. I'll contact you, and and then obviously you have to I'll share the calendar with you. I'll let you know who's coming up. And if you see somebody that you want to talk to, then you just let me know, and then you'll come up and you'll co-host the 8 questions with me with whoever I can get on here that you want to talk with. And we do have some interesting people coming up. We're working hard on July and August, and so yeah, so there's where we're going to go. As far as who Joe Burrow is the quarterback for the Bengals. I'm going ahead and put him on there because everybody's a Bengals fan today. Everybody here today in this stream doing this channel, we're all Bengal fans today, right? So go, who damn boys. That's right. Uh, so I do got to do some channel business since I got you guys up here. So again, let me again. I want to say thank you for Mr. Dan for coming over here, kicking it off. He was on at 11 a.m. I highly recommend you go back there and watch the replay of that show. That show kicked ass. Steven came out of the House of Horrors, rolled it. We had a lot of fun in there, talking about some of his guests. You guys sleep on the House of Horrors. Steven gets some really powerful guests. You guys were talking about how Kyle got Eduardo Sanchez. I say that just about every week with Steven. How the hell did he get Jan Birch? How the hell did he get David Howard Thornton? How the hell did he get Bill Olbrist Jr.? I mean, I'm asking that every time I see his new guest come up because he gets a powerhouse guest on the show. And he's moving to 7 o'clock Sundays, 7 o'clock Eastern time. So House of Horrors will be moved from 7 to 9 on Sundays Eastern time, 4 p.m. Pacific. So yeah, and there is our good friend Larry. He's doing his part by coming into the chat. We're never letting you go with that, Larry, because you got to meet the man. That's right. Larry and Steven went down to Texas Frightmare, and they went down there and they got to meet a lot of personalities. Steven got to meet Christy Adams from Nightmare Toys, and Larry got to meet Michael Ironside himself. He got to go down there, got a picture with him. He became a roughneck, Ross Sheck's Roughnecks. Hooah. That's right. Yeah. So he is part of the he's part of the Starship Trooper universe. And speaking of Star Trooper universe, they are going to releasing yet another new film. It's going to be animated again. But they are releasing a new Starship Troopers movie. I think in October, and it is going to have some of the original cast. I know for sure it's going to have Casper Van Dien. So I'm very happy to hear to announce that. That's pretty exciting news. Um, See, why not Coast with a Care Bear? I do. I would love to have a co-host with a Care Bear. I've actually asked the Care Bear to come onto the show, uh, and don't think I haven't forgotten about that Care Bear. But I think she would be a lovely co-host to come up on here and to co-host. And you guys can do that too. Oh yeah, you guys can do that too. If you make a donation and you're not really like keen upon about being seen on camera, because some of us are not, and if you want to donate and sit there and say, go Bills, I want Care Bear to co-host, we'll do that. If you don't feel like you want to co-host or whatnot, you could go ahead and pass your prize to somebody that we know. I gotta know the person. So if you want to come in here and do something like that, that's fine. Only thing I care about is only thing I care about today is cold hard cash. That's- so man, I sound like a hospital, don't I? Shit. I sound like a damn doctor. Lord knows I've been around enough. Um all right. Let's see. Oh yeah, yeah. I can't deny you that, Jamie. The Starship Troopers, but it also is a very much a satire. It's very much a satire. I mean, but yes, there is. It's a little bit. It hits a little bit too home now. Today it's not nearly as funny, is it? Because that propaganda that was so funny when the Starship Troopers came out, somehow it doesn't quite seem so funny today, especially where we're at. So, yeah, I could totally dig you being a little bit pensive about it. Let's see. Steven says here, yes, Steven has brought a lot of guests to this show. He has introduced me to a lot of fantastic people, including some Grail guests. Yes, we have fun. We've had Steven on the show twice. Um, yeah, he's brought some amazing people. And definitely thank you for that, sir. Definitely every time. Um, I know that you are working now. I think you said, I think you're working exclusively now with artist Mandy Raven. Mandy Raven has come on the show before. She's a fantastic artist. And I think that Steven is now working with her on Twitch and helping her over there. I have still never gotten my ass over to Twitch. I have never gotten myself over there. Um, Sometime I'm gonna get there. Sometime. Um, Let me go ahead and share off something else too, because I want to share this off. So Mr. Dan brought this up, and I got to share this off because it's so much fun. It's one of my favorite things to talk about, um, and that is dollar theater. So Mr. Dan and Horde brought that up, um, and he mentioned during the Dollar Theater that he is running out of movies to talk about. He's got, like, because Dollar Tree does not send out movies anymore, and basically, Dollar Tree Theater was basically we would watch and review movies for $1.25 or less. Well, obviously, Dollar Tree is no longer carrying movies. That's a shame. Um, so that forced us to basically change the title of it because a lot of people are running out of Dollar Tree movies and they don't have any more. So they say, well, we can't do Dollar Tree Theater because we don't have any more movies, except for Jennifer Tochi, who has over 200. Jennifer Tochi can open up a Dollar Tree. Uh, but the good thing is that we expanded it. Now it's just called Dollar Theater. Now it's just called Dollar Theater, and it's $1.25 or less, and that includes movies that you get for nothing. And that means if you get a free streamer, if you get a free movie from a birthday or Christmas, it all counts. It all counts. All right, let me bring this up here because we got to bring this up here. All right. I shared this off earlier, and I'm doing it again here. Um, so if you're new to Hobbs or you haven't seen some of his videos, I want you to take a look at his Dollar Tree Theater. Uh, let me bring this up here. This is Hobbs's Dollar Tree Theater list right here. I don't know about you, but I love listening to the playlist to have film interviews on it. I'll put it on there and I'll just let it go. Because you don't have to watch a film review. You can just listen to it like on the radio or a podcast or what have you. So I just dropped the link there for Hobbs's Dollar Tree Theater, and I also drop his link to his GoFundMe as well, so you guys can go over there and check it out. I'm gonna go see if anybody's even. I want to see if anybody's donated so far. What? No one's donated. No, nobody has a football team they'd like, huh? Or do they update it? I don't know how that works. I don't know. Maybe they have to update it. Okay, so here is the GoFundMe link right here for all you football fans. Anybody who donates, it could be $5 or $10, and when it says get well Hobbs, go Bengals, or go Eagles or whatever. I'm watching it to see which football team is king. Um, I already get a pass already because I'm hosting this, right? So the Steelers are already number one right there, and that's just how it is. But for today, we're Bengal fans. We're all Bengal fans. So, all right. So I dropped in his Dollar Tree list. I want you guys to go take a look at it because Hobbs is one of the more creative reviewers that we have on YouTube. I mean, if you really go look at some of the movies that he reviews, his art is has the most variety of anybody you probably know, especially in the dedicated horror community. There's two different communities here as far as movies go. You got your horror community who pretty much does everything all horror on horror related movies, and then you got someone like me who will review anything you put in front of him. I'm like that fat kid at camp. You put food in front of him and he's gonna eat it no matter what it is. That's how I am. Um, so I will say this. I will say this. I really, really like the Dollar Tree list that Hobbs has put out. It inspires me. It inspires me a lot. I try to put on some really interesting movies because Hobbs will drop in some killer flicks. He just reviewed Cat and the Canary from 1939. Who does that? Who does that? Um, let's see. Casey's coming in here. Oh, man, can you review a Little Caesars Batzoni, please? Yeah, I can do that. Hold on. This is for Mighty Casey. Little Caesars is not pizza. It is not pizza. It's terrible. And Mighty Casey sent me a picture of a Batzoni before I went on here. He sent me a piece. I mean, he came over here to distract me from doing this show. He sent me Little Caesars pizza, a slice of Batzoni. That's horrible. Uh, but I did ask everybody to post their favorite pizza place on the chat. Jamie Hart had mentioned Lena's is her favorite. Uh, I agree with you, Mr. Dan. I agree with you. The Cat and the Canary looks amazing. I definitely want to check that out. Again, Hobbs puts out some of the most creative reviews out there. Um, uh, okay. The net says that she thinks she has Little Caesars in the refrigerator. Well, well, it was nice knowing the net. Rest in peace. God rest your soul. Jack, I feel sorry for you. See you on the Rainbow Bridge, buddy. If she feeds you any of that Little Caesar, see you on the. It'll be like that episode in the Twilight Zone where the old man and his dog are walking and they're trying to find heaven. See, Casey says that Gordino's is the best. Um, oh, okay. No, that was a regular pizza. Oh God. Okay. I didn't know if it was a Batzoni. I don't even know if are they still serving that the calzone? I don't even know if they are. Papa John's love the garlic butter. All right, so now we're getting some good pizzas here. And then it says she likes Little Caesars. That is not pizza. Uh, it's not pizza. Let's see. Larry says, "Hello, hey Hobbs. Yeah. What's the worst fast food place that you guys know? I mean, what's the worst fast food place that you go to? Not your favorite. We'll go to that. We'll save that for later on in the stream. But what is your worst one? If you wanted to take you wanted like the last place on earth that you would eat as far as fast food goes, what place would it be? See, McDonald's isn't worth the money. Yes. Oh, wow. Oh, look at Horde. Look at Larry. He's shots fired. Taco Bell. Uh, Kenny's Movie Palace. More shots fired. Where's the Subway? I love Subway tuna fish, Kenny. Oh, I'm dying. See. See. Steven says that he just says. Steven says he just likes McDonald's French fries. Yeah, I like them too until I found out how they were made, and then it just scared me. And then Larry says, "Facts, interwebs." Oh my God, I honest to God, I didn't think I would see Taco Bell on that list. I really didn't. That's hilarious. Um, Yeah, you know what, Lynette, I gotta agree with you, man. I gotta agree with you. Pizza Hut is not quite the same as it used to be. It used to be really, really good, and it has fallen in quality. I know a lot of people that really liked it, and don't like it as much anymore. So you are not alone there. Uh, let's see. Larry says he is spoiled by Which. I have never heard of that one. Steven says, I'm glad no In and Out or Whataburger. Yeah, both those places are pretty good hamburgers. I know In and Out. In and Out is really good. Um, Kenny says he loves tuna hoagies, but they act like they're making a hoagie by putting on strands of onion. And you're picking on Subway. he's Kenny's waging a one-man war on Subway. um, Okay, but around here, no one likes Pizza Hut. It's yeah, that's what happens. Yep. I We just lost to Wendy's. I've never seen that before in my town. We lost to Wendy's. I went over there to get a Coke, and it's been permanently closed. It's really interesting. See, Jersey Mike's. I've heard good things about. I've I've heard good things about Jersey Mike's. See, Larry sitting over here, give me Domino's or for Pizza Hut any day. Uh, Kenny comes back. Kenny comes back. Um, Domino's is awful. We, oh my God, we are having this is awesome. No, I do not, Hobbs. I will not. I will not. Uh, that's the only good thing I can say about a Batzoni is this: it can serve two purposes. It's great value for the money. I have to say that Batzonis are great value. One, because you can get it at Little Caesars and get a pizza, and two, in case you want to change the oil in your car, you can get oil change in your car with the oil on top of the pizza. So yeah, Batzonis are pretty versatile. Um, see, it's got to be better than Fancy Feast. No, I dare say Fancy Feast was much better than the Batzoni. That's right. We did do cat food. We did do the cat food challenge. We've done that for 3 years in a row. We're getting geared up for the fourth one. Last year's cat food challenge was sort of. I think we're gonna have to go back to the real cat food challenge next year. Um, Cat food challenge was I think that was Hobbs's idea because he was feeling pretty salty because Joe Burrow was quarterback, so he challenged us in the midnight hour. I mean, if I'm getting the story wrong, Josh, you could correct it in the chat. But what I remember, Hobbs was talking hella mess. He was sitting there saying the Steelers are going to kick your ass, and you don't want no part of Cincinnati. And so I said, gosh, Hobbs, I don't really take football all that seriously. I mean, I'm a Steeler fan, but I'm not diehard like that. But I'll do the cat food bet with you. What are we doing with the cat food bet? And I have witnesses too. Witnesses here in the chat can tell you this is how it went down. I said, okay, we can do the cat food. We can do cat food challenge. What's that mean? What do we have to do? So he says, well, we have to, whoever teams wins, the other guy has to eat cat food. I said, okay, I guess, yeah, I'm all right with that. So the cat food contest is the Steelers and the Bengals play twice a year. So whoever wins 2 games, wins 2 games, will win the challenge. And I believe that I won the first year, and so Hobbs had to eat cat food. I lost the second year, so I had to eat cat food. um, last year's challenge, the guy who was beating his chest on the Bengals, he was sitting there going like, oh, I want to do the cat food challenge, but I don't want to do cat food. So I said, I felt so sorry for him because he's a Bengals fan and all that. I said, okay, I have compassion for my friend Hobbs. I said, fine, we could do that. Whoever loses doesn't have to eat cat food. They have to get a pie, and they have to eat a pie with their hands behind their back. That would be really funny. I saw that in a movie. It's great. So okay, so the Steelers win again last year, as of course they do, right? Right, Kenny? The Steelers. Um, so so I go ahead and the bet was supposed to you have to get a pie from the store, and then whatever flavor you want, but you have to eat it with no hands. Hobbs decides he's going to pull a Revenge of the Nerds on me, and his pie is going to be just like Revenge of the Nerds. He's going to put some whipped cream on a on a little paper plate, and that's his cat food challenge. I let him have it because but I'm not doing it that this year. This year goes back to basics. Steelers, Steelers and Bengals. We're doing it. We're doing it up. Whoever loses has to do the pie with no hands on the table. And we're not talking like a little Hostess fruit pie. We're talking like your favorite pumpkin pie, apple pie, cherry pie. And your ass hands have to be behind the table. That means when you put your face up and look at us, you're going to have a face full of pie. That's the deal. And so we're looking forward to this already. Football season's going to start next month, July, training camp. It's going to be on. It's the second best thing that I looking forward to every year is the cat food challenge. And what day do you think I look forward to the most every year? What's the one part of the year that I look forward to? In the chat, you guys know this. You guys know which part is we all live for, especially me. What do we live for here in our community? What do we live for? That's number two, Casey. That's number two. You know what it is. And no, it's not the Shout Factory, it's not the Shout Factory Godzilla marathon. Though that did come in three, by the way. Mr. Danaher walks through there with Spectacular. That's right, the Spectacular. Um, as we all know, our friend Hobbs has created the Spectacular because he loves. I mean, there's no one, there is no one that loves Halloween more than Josh Hobbs. There's nobody I know. He is the biggest kid I know when it comes down to Halloween. He is the biggest kid I know. Loves Halloween. So every year it's a Spectacular. This is going to be, I think, the fifth year, or I think it's the fourth year. I think it's the fourth year we're doing the Spectacular. So the Spectacular is basically a month-long celebration of Halloween, October 1st to Halloween. And every Sunday or every Thursday on the midnight hour, um, there's events tied to Halloween. You wear a mask. You can watch a Rocky Horror Picture Show. Rocky Horror Picture Show is a must every year. You dress up in mask. There's all sorts of games, horror trivia, which you can win prizes on. There's a lot of fun things that happen for the Spooktacular, and you can also enter the Wheel of Death, and that is you make up Hobbs asks you five to 10 horror questions. Um, you make a video and you answer them, and your name gets entered into the Wheel of Death, and then you can then he spins the wheel, and everybody gets everybody gets can get up to three spins, um, or two spins. Two spins, you get to two spins, and you can win a prize package that Hobbs has put together during the year. It is absolutely it's spectacular. Is amazing. We talk about it all year round. In fact, this term today is called the Supportacular out of homage to the Spooktacular, to play off the Spooktacular. Um, and I look forward to it. I know Hobbs does. Everybody in our group loves the Spooktacular. Poor Jim for Now It's Dark. He didn't know for like a year what a Spooktacular was. He mentioned the Spooktacular, and Jim's like, "What the hell's a Spooktacular?" Um, Now he knows. Jim knows what a Spectacular is. He's in it. He's in it to win it. Uh, yes, it is spooky. Um, and so we're going to be doing that again this year. We might have a little bit. We might have to help out a little bit with the Spooktacular, um, as far as that goes. And I will be putting together a small. I'm going to be putting together a package for one of the people who spins the wheel. I'm going to be doing the second place winner. He doesn't know that. I just announced it, but I will be taking care of the second place winner for the Spooktacular. Um, if you win the Wheel of Death, I'm not sure what Hobbs will offer, but if you win second place, I'll be the one taking care of you. And I'll do my very level-headed best to make sure your package is a lot of fun, and it's reflective of Hobbs and the Spectacular. Yeah, see, Jim had no idea. Like I think the best thing he ever said was, "Is this Spectacular? Is that another sports thing?" No, no, it wasn't another sports team. It's another not a sports term. It is nothing but fun, and the questions are the whole part of the spectacular. Is That's the best part. The best part is when the cops comes up with the questions, and then you have to make a video and answer them. That's been the funnest part. So that's going to be happening on October 1st. Um, he'll be dropping the questions, and pretty soon you'll be hearing a lot more people talking about the Spooktacular. So be a part of it this year. Join in. I'd love to have you. Okay, so I said I have to do some channel business, so I should probably do that while we're waiting for our good friends James, and Ant review things, and Jonas, um, the friendly men who made a terrific promo, and I got to give that up right away, right here. Those guys came up with a hell of a promo for the Supportacular. Very, very cool, and thank you so much for that. They will be here shortly. I know James had a class today. I think he was teaching somebody, and then he had to help his mom with a couple of errands. But I know that he will be making his way soon to Ant's channel, and they'll be here shortly about 1 o'clock. I also want to say thank you for Ken and Ashley from Sledgehammer Horror. They were going to come onto the show today. I asked them really late in the game if they could come on and hang out with us while we do this. And Ken, I mean, I don't think my question, like, hey Ken, can you and Ashley want to do this? I don't think my question got there for him to read before he was already answering me. Hell yes, I do. Um, and of course, we all know Ken and Ashley. They're really nice people. They've been on the show here for 3 times. I love them both. They're very nice people. They're also Michigan too, so go Michigan. Um, Unfortunately, though, and I knew this going in. I know their weekends are really family oriented, and so the spirit was there for him to come out, but they had a family function. But I still want to say thank you for Ken and Ashley for agreeing to do this. And as far as I'm concerned, you are here. You're here with me right now. And I really do appreciate that, on behalf of me and the Cheetah and my good friend Hobbs, our good friend Hobbs, my good friend Hobbs. Thank you for I know the spirit was there, and thank you. I appreciate you so much. Let's see, Limonia just walking in. We are kicking butt. We're having fun. Um, just about to hawk tush. What's a hawk tush? Jim, what's a hawk tush? Is that like a hot tush? Oh, it's hot. It's hot in Topeka. Hot, hot Topeka. Topeka, hot. Let's see. Are James and Ant coming on? I hope so. I I hope so. So I got that here. Oh, hold on. I got that here. I think this is what Lamoni is trying to say. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think this is what this means right here. Here we go. I got it. I got it. There you go. Uh-huh. All right. So let's see. Let me drop the link down for the GoFundMe again. I don't know how that works. How do they do that? Do they Okay, well, all right. I was gonna say, do they update this like once every day? But no, it updates it now. So, someone just donated. Thank you so much. Wow, this is awesome. All right, we are cranking. We got the we got a donation. I'm gonna go see if it's a football team. I want to see if it's a football team. Someone donated for football. If they did, then we definitely got to acknowledge that. Let's see. I'm not sure how they do that. I was gonna say if they do that. Well, I'm not sure if they claim it as football team or not. Hops gonna have to let me know that. But I do know that someone just donated $50, and I want to say thank you for that. Whoever just did that, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Um, hey, it's our good friend Gareth. That's right. Gareth is in the house. And yeah, that's right, Gareth. You're absolutely right. I gotta save my voice, but don't worry, my brother. I got you covered, Gareth. I got a huge cup of coffee here. It's not tea. It's not Earl Grey hot, but it is coffee. And I definitely will have enough voice to go to Sahara. You and I have a date in the Sahara, and we are there to hang out with Dirk Pitt later on today, at 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, we're going over to Video Tasties, and we're going to be talking about Clive Custer's Sahara. Um, all right. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? How are you? Um, See, Jennifer was retrieving a muskrat from her son's car's engine. And you know what? That's still better than Little Caesar's pizza. That's right. That's right. I would eat a muskrat pizza before I eat Little Caesars. Is he going for snake food, Jennifer? God, Mr. Dan, coming in with Laura, no doubt. Damone is going to have a good meal today. Actually, to tell you the truth, that's actually where the original cat food challenge actually came from. Me and Jennifer, we actually did a food challenge on the midnight hour, and she and I each ate our pet snacks. I had cat food, and Jennifer ate dog food, and yeah, that was the very first food challenge that we did on the midnight hour. Uh, And speaking of the midnight hour is on at 10:15, 10:30 every Thursday night. Hobbs hosts it most of the night, and then Mr. Bones handles the other activity, underside of it. It is a 2.5 hour long show. They do watch-alongs, and in general, it's just a chill stream. It's a place where friends hang out, and talk a little horror, watch a little horror, um, see all sorts of fun drops that Bones and Casey and come up with. Um, yeah, it's a it's a lot of fun. Um, the Midnight Hour, gosh, I can't believe it's already. I think it's going to be 3 years since we've done the midnight. I got the Midnight Hour started, um, and we got it started, and it just took off. Um, Hobbs encouraged Stephen. You probably heard this already in the House of Horrors. We got Danielle Harris onto the show through Stephen. Stephen booked the show, and Hobbs is sitting there going like, this is awesome. And he's one of the people, the main person that went to Stephen and said, "Hey, why don't you do your own thing?" and gave him encouragement to do so. And that really is a lot of what Hobbs is about. I mean, you guys all, if you heard from Mr. Dana Horror, you heard Mr. Dana Horror mention that Hobbs was one of the first people that he met in this community. He was my second person I met in this community. Um, after Dan from Reject Films, I met Hobbs, and I met another person at the same time. Um, and got to know him, and yeah, I got to know him, and we started talking about doing a stream together. I never thought I would do anything like this because, like I said to somebody else, I have a face for radio, and so I never thought that I'd be doing anything like this, but it was because of Hobbs that I am, because he says, "Hey, if I could do this, then you can too." Of course, I'm on camera all the time, and you rarely see his ass on the camera anymore. So he did get over on me for that one. But once in a while, he'll pop up his face, and but the midnight hour has been a lot of fun. It's been a staple in the community now, like I said, for almost 3 years. It's outlasted every other show that I know of. I don't know any other show that has been on for as long as the midnight hour has, with any consistency. A lot of people will start a series, and they do, and but a lot of times they'll just fade away, or they had it on and it just fades away. The pieces may change in as far as the midnight hours go. Now they have Bones, and sometimes they have Mighty Casey come on there. They have the Mighty Icelord, um, Echo, the Professor once in a blue moon. Jennifer, of course. Jennifer is one of the leading figures of the midnight hour. Um, so Limonia has been coming on there lately, and of course Don Zombie, who he's been coming on there. It's a lot of fun. Um, let's see, Mr. Dan. Man, I thought you'd like Taco Bell, Mr. Dan. Uh, let's see. Um, let's see. Hobbs helps you become Popeye the Sailor Man. That's right. He provides the spinach. He provides the spinach. Um, When is the Midnight Society coming back? I'm still working on that. I am working on that. I don't think it's going to come back as a weekly show though. It might come back as a monthly thing. But at least we could do it once a month and have a lot of fun with it. As you know, I do the IFC show once a month, and I do the Hallmark Channel show once a month. And that's right, I said that. And before you guys start laughing, just let you know that not only is Katie from Poppy the Popcorn a part of that show, but so is Lady Valerie, also known as the General. So if you want to talk some smack, let her know about that so you can get dealt with by the General. And if that's not enough, we also have, hey, Internet, it's Eric here. He too is part of the Hallmark show, and he's digging it. He is digging the shows. He has become a Hallmark believer, in the sense that they're not all Christmas shows. They're not all Christmas shows. We will be on tomorrow night, actually tomorrow at 4 o'clock, and we will be talking another Hallmark movie. We'll be talking about Ships in the Night, a Martha Vineyard mystery. And let me tell you something. You guys are all skilled operators over here in the chat, right? We all know who's the ghost face is, right? Every time there's the new Scream movie on, oh yeah, we know it's that person, right? We know that. Um, Gizmo walking through the door. Gizmo knows mysteries. If I was gonna ask anybody to solve a mystery, it'll be Gizmo first because he knows mysteries. But you guys all know mysteries. Uh, uh, um, uh, and Jennifer saying that she loves Eric and you love Hallmark movies as well. I did not know that. I really truly did not know that you loved Hallmark movies, Jennifer. Eric loves them now too, or has a strong liking for them. I do think by tomorrow night he will be coming to love them because the movie that we picked for tomorrow, it's a corker. I love mysteries. I can pretty much solve the mystery before the half the show's over with. I did not know who the killer was in this movie until they told me. That never happens. That never happens. I was totally clueless. I was like, really, really. I was so surprised by who it was. So we're gonna be coming on tomorrow night. We're gonna be coming on tomorrow at 4 o'clock with our deep dive into Ships in the Night, a Martha Vineyards mystery. Um, Oh, you have a collection of them. Yeah, I got a few too. They're hard to find though, aren't they not, Jennifer? They are hard to find in the wild. Yeah. I've actually found a couple on Hamilton Books, but that's about it. They're hard to find. I, I, I don't see them very much. And you would think I would, but no. All right. Let's see. Gizmo says the only mystery in Scream is how they got the money to make the fifth one. uh, as you know, and I'm going to show you guys something here. Of course, I'll be hearing some chatter here. So our friend Gizmo, who you see in the chat right there, he's also a filmmaker as well. Um, and he has made several good movies. And one of those movies is a movie that I own myself, and I own Christmas Blood. That gentleman in the chat there that you see there, he made this movie right here, and this movie means a lot to me. It means a lot to me because of the journey it got to being made. But I wanted to show that because that gentleman down there in the chat, who we talk to a lot, he made that movie, and it's a great movie. And I'm just happy I have a copy of it. Um, with physical media being under attack as it is, when you get a chance to get a movie like that, you don't pass up on it. Martha's Vineyard. Yes, Gizmo. It's a series. It was a series of three films that were made. No, no. Oh my gosh, you didn't know this. Okay, so let me. In fact, let me do this. Let me do this. I could do a little collection show here. All right. I don't think I've ever done these guys with you guys. So when I started my blog, one of the things that we all try to do was we were all trying to get press copies. You will see a studio and you write to them and sit there and say, "Hey, I do film reviews, and can I get on your list for reviews?" Most of the time, people are going to say no because they get those all the time. You have to have a following, you have to have a background, you have to have a lot of things. You just really, it's very rare. I mean, as far as physical copies go, it's very rare to be able to do that today, or to write a company up there like Paramount or Universal or what have you and say, can I get hard copies? They save those for like channels like mid-level media, who talks about it, or other channels that are really popular with physical media. You know, Master Chaos is probably another one. But back when I started writing my blog, I I used to write to the companies, and I never went after the big companies. I always went after the small ones because I was small. I was just I was just learning how to do film reviews. So one of the companies I asked was Art Exploitation, and I sent them a note and I said, I would like to know if I could review your movies. And the gentleman was Ray Murray, and he says, sure. And so he put me on the list to do that. And so I started to get copies of movies from Art Exploitation. And let me see if I put this a little bit in order here. I have more in my collection. I have to find them because my collection is sort of scattered. So I started reviewing. I started getting copies of movies through the mail, and I got my first Argentinian movie, which is a movie called Luciferina. This is from Art Exploitation, and Art Exploitation is very much like it's very much like IFC Midnight in the sense that they do a lot of movies that you never heard of, and they got them from all around the world. These are all around the world, and on the spine, they would put art exploitation and the number of the movie and the country it originated from. So this one came. This is art exploitation 55B, and it came from Argentina. Sort of like Criterion. On the Criterion spines, they have the number they have the number of the movie, and so that's and so I started getting copies of Art Exploitation, and I started reviewing them, and me and Ray would talk a lot, and I think I mentioned this before I had him onto the show. But he and I would talk about the movies. I wouldn't be just me. Yeah, can I watch this movie? And then say, okay, I reviewed it. Send me another one. A lot of times, him and I would have dialogue. We would swap emails about the movies we watched, and he's really dynamic in that respect, and I appreciate it. So I got Luciferina, I got Molly, and what's really cool was that once I started doing the interviews, 8 questions with, especially here on the video side of things, I started going back to the people here that I've reviewed their films and asked them for interviews here. And this is one right here. This is co-directed by Thief Muse and Kalinda Bongers. and I got to interview them both here on the show. Grail guest. I didn't never thought that would ever happen for me. Um, and I am going to interview Gizmo. I am going to do that. By God, I'm going to do that. It's way too freaking long for me not to have done that already. Um, yeah, it's a good movie. It's a really good movie. Uh, Definitely. So I started getting this. This came from the Netherlands, and when I was talking about I was talking about Hobbs earlier about the lineup that he does. And one of the reasons I mentioned it and it meant so much to me talking about it was because, like I said, he and I are of the same mind when it comes down to reviews. We don't always promote the biggest and the more popular movies. We don't do that. We just don't. Even if we had it, we don't do it. Um, and that's how I just feel like, to me, anybody in the horror community will talk about the big movies. They always do, but they never talk about the small ones. They never talk about an old classic 1939 movie like The Cat and the Canary, but we will. And we also talk about movies like this. This is my number one film from like 3 or 4 years ago. This is an outstanding film. This is my number one film. Molly was probably my second favorite movie I ever reviewed. It's my second favorite movie I ever reviewed behind A Dark Song. This is a fantastic movie. No one knows about it. It is amazing. If you like action, science fiction, and if you definitely love filmmaking in general, this is a movie you want to see. This movie is bonkers. Um, and so I would like to, I always discuss these type of movies, and sometimes I'll talk with Hobbs, and him and I will say, back in the day when we're uh, oh, definitely. Obscurity is the best. It really truly is. When you grab something that no one knows about, like Dead Dicks. The title kills this movie. Oh, I wish to hell that they could have came up with a better title for this, because i- if you saw the movie Men that came out in A24, if you liked that movie Men from A24, and I know a lot of people do, this is a movie that you'll really enjoy as well. I really try to tell people to ignore the title. It does not do the movie. It's funny too, because it's like, you filmmaker, you have an input in how your movie's named. You do. I can tell you right now, this is not Ray Murray. This is not Ray Murray. He did not name this movie this. I can tell you that right now. This is the filmmaker's own choice to name their movie Dead Dicks. And to me, it kills it. But it's a fantastic movie. Art exploitation. So, and you were asking earlier about it if it went bankrupt, Gizmo. No. Raymond Murray, he got an offer to sell. He got an offer to sell art exploitation, and he sold art exploitation to Kino Lorber. He sold it to Kino Lorber. So, and he also went to work for Kino Lorber as well. They absorbed him into their company. Um, and I'm showing you more art exploitation films that I got. Got Snowflake, another fantastic movie. Um, Beast Clutching at Straws, another fantastic movie. Just a corker. I got more, but like I said before, I have to find them. And of course, I mentioned Christmas Blood. Um, and Do It Yourself. This is a great movie as well. So after I think it was probably about a year, Gizmo. It was probably about a year after Raymond sold art exploitation. I went to my mailbox and I said, okay, and I got this package in here, and I could tell it was a CD, a DVD, and I'm going like, okay, I don't know anybody sending me anything. I wasn't scheduled to get anything. And I looked on it. It was just in a white envelope. And I looked at it, and on the return, it said, it said Philadelphia, and I'm going like, I only know one film company in Philadelphia, and that's Art Exploitation. But obviously, it can't be Art Exploitation because they got sold. I mean, Raymond told me that he sold. He sent me an email saying he sold the company and whatnot. So a year later, I get this package in the mail, and I'm like, I don't know what it is. I open it up, and in it, it's a movie called Law. It translates to Love Bandits, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't know this movie at all. But then I looked at the spine of it. I looked at the spine, and it says Xenophobia Releasing. Xenophobia Releasing, and then on top of it, it has the number of the movie, and it has the country. And I'm going like, I only know one company that does that. That's Art Exploitation. So I got back home and I called up. I didn't call him up. I sent Raymond an email, and I said, and I sent him a picture of it. I says, "Are you back?" Is this what I mean? Is this? Are you now back? Are you gonna relaunch?" And sure enough, that's what he did. He relaunched. He left Kino Lorber, and he relaunched another film company, Cinephobia Releasing. And so he's been sending out some real corkers, some movies out, including The Goldsmith. And the movie that you guys have been hearing me talk about for the last 3 or 4 months, and I'm still going to be talking about it forever. And that is the movie of the year for 2024, and it's not even close. Not even close. Um, yeah, and that is The Coffee Table. Holy shit! Um, I'm putting together the entire collection because I put these aside now. So I'm glad I was able to talk to him about it. But if you go back and you watch Hobbs's movies, you'll see the same type of diversity. He's that type of film watcher. He doesn't watch just the plain, what everybody else is watching. If you go back and look at his Dollar Tree list and what have you, you'll see that what he watches is totally different. It's off the wall. You're getting there going like, I never heard of that movie before. When he gets movies from MVD, look, those companies, what they do is they let you pick the movies. They let you pick. If you see something that will fit your audience, you're not going to just like if they send you just random shit. You really don't want that to happen. This doesn't really do. If you're a horror channel and they're sending you dramas, as a horror reviewer, you're not going to review it because that's not your audience. So you get to go in there to the company and sit there and say, I like to review this, I like to review that. And with like Bayview Entertainment and with an for and Cinephobia Releasing, I go in there and I can sit there and say, this is what I like to watch, this is what I want to review. And you could tell the diversity of the movies that Hobbs picks in his MVD, his reviews. He watches and reviews a lot of different shit that a lot of people don't. Um, all right. Hey, Stephen, great job earlier, man. Way to set the table up. We're trying to keep it going here and get people to donate. I've been talking too much, so let me drop down. A link to the GoFundMe because we all need to do that. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna drop that down below, and you guys can feel free to share us out too. That really does help. The MVD has had their okay, so they're dropping them right. So when you write to them, Mr. Dan, and you sit there and say you want to review a movie, you can go ahead and ask for those because that's your audience. That's what you want. That's what you want to do. You want to be out, because people know that you have a martial arts audience. Well, it makes sense that you review films like that. Me, I review anything, and that's my secret is I don't care what it is. I'll watch it. I personally love Cinephobia. I love art exploitation. I think they're amazing. I like Bayview as well because Bayview Entertainment. Um, and again, we do watch Bayview Entertainment. A lot of times, those movies that they give us to review, they're from like years ago, but they just got buried. And so there's a chance for you guys to go up there and get something really cool from maybe 10 years ago that you didn't hear about. Yeah, awesome. Oh, thank you so much, Nanette. I appreciate that so much. And Anthony saying that he is 1997. He's talking about Nancy O'Dell in his book. Oh boy, Nancy O'Dell. She was a keeper. She was on Entertainment Tonight, I think. Okay, great. People are connecting with each other. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Um, so I guess that's just a microcosm of a reviewing, I guess. As far as getting now, I'm sort of surprised that I mean, I'm sort of surprised. Yes, yes, it really is. Okay, why not? Why not? I mean, sales agents. I tell you what, that's a being a sales agent in today's world. I don't think you can pay me enough for that job. You cannot pay me enough. A sales agent that's got to be one of the hardest jobs right now in movies to sell a movie. It's got to be really really rough. Um, and speaking of physical media too, um, so I've been sort of immune from this in one respect. Uh, that I know our targets have gone belly up, but I had a store that would carry. They had a whole shelf and a half. Um, Holy crow! Look who's here, Harry. Well, hey, what's going on? Wow, I've not heard from you in forever. We definitely got to get together, man. You got to come by and yeah, I was thinking about you the other day. I have a question for you. Yes, I have something to throw your way. I definitely do. Wow. Harry was a he was a massive still is from my eyes. He had a massive YouTube channel, and one of the things he used to do what Keith oh, that's not his name. Chris Hansen used to do and expose pedophiles. And yeah, that's what Harry did. He was crushing some really bad people there, and really, really did some great stuff. And I'm not sure what you're doing now, but I definitely want to catch up with that. And like I said, I got someone to throw your way, and I want to hear your I want to hear your feedback on it. Wow, that's so cool. That's so cool. Glad you're here. Man, it has been a long time. I think it's been over a year since you and I chatted. I will definitely got to catch up. And thank you for sharing this out, everybody. Thank you so much, Anthony. I appreciate it. Um, wow, let me, you know what? Let me catch up on my calendar first. Let me catch up on my calendar. Um, so I don't know if you guys watched any of the shows last week, um, but we had a author on named Angela Haas. She was on Wednesday, when she talked about her book, First Strike and Seconds to Oblivion. And she became a Hall of Fame guest when we're because she's talking her books are about superheroes, science fiction superheroes, and we were talking and I asked her about we were talking about comic books, and she mentioned the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now you guys all know when it comes down to talking about Marvel movies, you always know that I always talking shit about the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm always talking shit, and I always will be talking shit. James Gunn could be sitting right next to me today, and he's talking shit. Um, But Angela was so cool was the fact that she knew who the original Guardians of the Galaxies were. She knew all the characters. I was like, that's Hall of Fame shit right there. I was so happy. I was so happy. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, you know about the original Guardians, the Charlie 27, Martin X, Starhawk, she, yes, man, that was just lovely, lovely moment. And you can catch the replay, and you can catch my reaction on the replay. Angela Haas this past week. Um, so I got a lot of stuff on the calendar still. It's the end of June, but man, there's a lot of stuff going on. Um, Today, after we're done here, we're going to be hanging out with the Icelord. The Icelord and Jennifer Tochi will be co-hosting the 3 to 4 o'clock hour for Hobbs. I expect to see a small army in there today. We got the Icelord and Tochi together. That's worth the price of admission right there. Um, so they'll be on at 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. I bet you they even go a little longer than that myself. I bet I can see them going past an hour. I've just got a feeling about that. Um, but they'll be going on from 3 to 4. And let's see. Gizmo says, "Do you have my favorite Fulci Argento film? I mean, number one for each." You know what? Probably do not. I probably do not. I think I only have, honest to God, and you're gonna, I don't have any Fulci. I don't have any Fulci in my collection, and I think I only have one Argento, and that was Giallo, which was not very good. Had Adrian Brody in it. Yeah, I have covered the Fulci trilogy, the Gates of Hell trilogy. Me and the Bat, we covered that before in the Midnight Society. Uh, I loved Gates of Hell and the Beyond. Um, I didn't like House by the Cemetery though. That one I didn't get into that one at all. And as far as Argento goes, I like Dawn of the Dead. I thought Dawn of the Dead, uh, you know, because he did co-direct that with Romero. Um, I liked what he did there. I liked his. You could definitely tell the Argento. You could tell the influence. It's all over the movie. It really is. Um, but um, but I don't have any, and I can't find any. can't I can't find any Fulci. I can't find any Argento. Oh, wait a minute. I take it back. I take it back. Mr. Bones did give me Argento. He gave me I think he gave me a oh, he'd kill me if you heard me say this shit. Cat o' Nine Tails. He gave me Cat o' Nine Tails. So I do have one. Um yeah, Argento is cut is the best of the dawn of. Yeah, I heard that too. I heard his cut is a lot more darker, as if the movie couldn't get any darker uh, as it was. Yeah, I do have one other Argento. I do have Cat o' Nine Tails, I think, but that's about it. That's yeah. If anyone wanted to talk Italian horror with me, yeah, that would be a short conversation because I don't have very many. I do have the Goldsmith though. I will come back with this. I do have the Goldsmith, and this featured an actress in it. This featured an actress in it who was one of the stars of Suspiria, and she's wicked in this movie. Holy shit, she's amazing. Um, I think her name was Stephanie. Stephanie. So it's an Italian last name, but she starred in Suspiria. God, I couldn't believe this movie was only 70 minutes too. No, I'm sorry. I was an hour and a half. That movie flew, absolutely flew. Yeah, unfortunately, now I'm gonna see my chat just go way down now because I don't have any Italian horror. They're just hard to find. They're hard to find. Considering that I only go to one store. And speaking of stores, I was saying this before I interrupted myself, but my local Meyer store that used to have a shelf and a half of physical media is it's down to a quarter. So they're getting out of it. They're getting out of it too. Yeah, I think probably I would definitely say by the end of summer there will not be any more physical media being sold at the Meyer stores. Uh, I don't have a lot of Italian horror either, just Suspiria and Trauma. You would think that I would at least have Suspiria, right? You would think I would at least have that, but I don't. I have the new one, but that's not Argento. That's the other guy, Lucas Giamatti or whatever it was. I have that. I have that, but I do not have the original Suspiria. I know. I could. I'm already feeling people tugging at my wallet trying to get my fanboy card. But I will hold you off with this. I will match this movie up with anything that Argento made. Anything. Anything. Name an Argento movie. I will throw this up against it gladly. This is a mind blower of a movie. Uh, the coffee table is that good. See, Casey says, I think he only has Suspiria and Bird with the Crystal Plumage. So, okay, so maybe I'm not losing my fanboy card today. Well, I wouldn't anyway, because I have the coffee table. Um, let's see, favorite Fulci is The Devil's Honey. It's one of my favorite films of all time. Uh, haven't seen the coffee table. I think you like Crystal Plumage, though, Pat. Yeah, I'm sure I would love to have it. I just know there's some people right now that if they heard that I didn't have any Fulci or Argento, they would dismiss me as being horror fans, horror movie fan, and I would just sit there and say, "You can go spin on your thumb because you don't have what I have either." Let me tell you, if you did, you wouldn't because I mean see that. In fact, let me tell you guys this weird ass story I heard. So okay, I know a lot of us, we all collect films, right? We all collect films. And when I first started collecting, I met my friend Dan from Reject Films, and he was actually the first person. I know I'm telling stories, right? But I don't know where the friendly men are at, and I only got 30 minutes left. Um, oh, let's see. Let's see. The Icelord just bailed me out. He says the only Argento he knows makes cheeses. Oh, and hey, Angela. Thank you so much. She's at market right now, but sending love. We just recently talked to Angela again. Always a delight. Super delightful to talk to her. Um, I mean, it's more mystery, but it's Argento. Yeah. Well, you know what? All right. Well, let me ask a question because now that we got a new budget bala brother into the budget bala brotherhood. Wes, how many Argentos do you own or Fulcis do you own? Let's see. Jamie Hart says she got hers from Synapse Films. Um, let's see. See. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Argento. Oh, that's what Giallos are, though. Nanette. Giallos are all. That's all they are. They're mysteries. They're not horror films. They're mystery films. That's what he's known for. Yeah. No, our Fulci is probably more known as a horror director, but Giallo films, that's Argento, and that's mystery. They're always whodunits. Yeah, Argento is known as a mystery director. I would definitely say he's more known for his mysteries than he is for his horror films. Uh, and yeah, but and Wes is gonna go and check out his he's gonna check out his collection right now. So we probably won't hear from Wes for like another hour. He'll when he does, he'll probably have a stack of movies like this high, this deep, this high at 3 o'clock. Uh, maybe the Icelord can maybe he could do his top 10 Argento films that he owns. Um, let's see. Fulci also did his White Fang film based on the Jack London's book. Also very good. Never seen the sequel. I didn't even know he did that. I had no idea. Wow. Okay. Well, that's new. I just picked up a collection of White Fang myself. It was a TV. They made a TV series out of it, and it ran in Canada for like 25 episodes. And I found 17 of them. Uh, look at Wes. Let's just say I have a good number of both, dude. You still a boutique baller. you're still a baller. Oh, the Icelord. Um, let's see. I still want to get around to watching Dark Glasses despite crowd reviews. Yeah, I still want to get the Argento vampire movie he made for IFC, Casey. I still want to get that. Yeah, exactly, Jamie. Exactly. Wes. Oh my God. Bala. Let's see. Dark Glasses is great if you are a Argento fan. I liked it a lot. Yeah, I have to see myself out of that conversation. Like I said, I only got two, but I keep looking for them. I do keep looking for them. Um, if it helps, I did pick up an Arrow movie on Hamilton Book. I got it for $4, but it's an Arrow. I don't think that I'm actually surprised no one called me out on this though, on the art exploitation and like get me on this because these are boutique labels, the stuff I'm showing off here. I still gotta find more. I have several more of these floating around in my collection. Like I have Blood Paradise. I have The House. I love The House. The House is one of my very favorite movies that I've done. The House is fantastic. Um, I got more. I got more. Um, yeah. We are at 96 minutes. That's right. We are at 96 minutes. Let me drop down the chat to let me see if I can drop down the is that you, Gizmo? Did you direct The House? Did we ever talk about that? Man, The House is amazing. I don't know how you feel about this, man, but I love The House more than I did Christmas Blood. I love Christmas Blood, but I love The House. The House was awesome. That's a fantastic movie. I didn't know you had anything to do with that one. Wow. I don't know. Unless I totally unless I had a brain fart and forgot about it. But I reviewed The House. I never reviewed Christmas Blood because of the backstory. But The House is amazing. Wow, that's a yeah. So I think The House came out before Christmas Blood though, right? Wow, that's an amazing movie. I love that movie a lot. Hell yeah, that's a great movie, and one that we need to watch today. Tell you the honest to God truth, we need that movie today. Let's see. This movie is called The House. It's a Norwegian film. It is made by our friend Gizmo, that is right above you in the net. He made that movie called The House, and it is about a group of German Nazi soldiers that come across. They're on a mission, and they're trying to take a prisoner to their headquarters, and they are in deep snow, and they come across this house, and they want to stay there, but the occupants of the house have other ideas. Really, you guys give me 29 likes? Holy sh! Okay, I must be doing something right. Though I don't think I sort of wow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Um, so let me tell you this story because I really want to know what your feeling is on this. So, like I said, I met my friend Dan from Reject Films. Some of you may know him or not. And so I really never knew what slipcovers were. I never, I mean, I knew they're on movies, um, but I really didn't understand them at all. Like, if a movie had a slipcover, it had it. If it didn't, it didn't. I never collected any of my movies based on if it had a slipcover or not. But I got to learn. I got an education from that from Dan. Now he wasn't obsessive about it. He would go and if they had him at the family video, he would buy them. He would buy them. He'd pay $1 for them, and then he'd come back and put it onto his movies. But as the years have gone on, like the last 4 years since I've known Dan for 4 years, I have noticed that more and more that slipcovers have become like people have become rather obsessed with them. Um, really obsessed. I mean, like stupid obsessed. Um, as in you're stupid if you're obsessing over a damn slipcover. Um, and I've seen that now, and I've seen I've just I heard about this guy in the UK. He calls himself Big Polly. Never heard of the guy. They would know him from Adam. But I saw him. I guess he attacked a couple of people over the fact that, like, he when he goes out and he shops, his movies have either got to have slip covers or they're junk. If I don't have a slip cover, it's bullshit. I'll pay more for a slip cover. It's obsession. Okay, that could be true. That could be true. You could be that anal, I guess. I mean, got to be somebody like waddling around the world. But I've never seen it. I've never seen it. Ever seen anybody got so fanatical about it. Fanatical, like crazy, like 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 me with an IFC movie. Oh, okay, maybe not quite that deep, but you get the picture. So I see him. He's talking shit on his streams, and he also talks shit to other people about the getting the slipcovers. If it doesn't have a slipcover, I'm not buying. It's not worth my time or whatnot for a damn slipcover. Now I can appreciate different aspects of film collecting. I really can. Hey, if you collect steelbooks, if you collect Argento, if you collect I'm all about that. Everybody your own. As far as movies go, as far as actual films that you can put in your hand. But slipcovers? Really? Like, I mean, you'll jump on people if they have a collection that doesn't have slipcovers on it. If you see a movie that you like, that you want for your collection, and it's the only copy there, and it doesn't have a slipcover on it, you're not going to take it. You're not going to pick it up. I don't know about you guys, but I have never seen anything more stupider in collecting. And this guy, I'm just sitting there watching him. I mean, okay, yeah, so I'm talking some shit, but you know what? If he wants to come at me, well, I'm not hard to find. But I think it's stupid. I'm calling it out for what it is. I seriously, I have never understood the obsession with slipcovers. If it has a slipcover on it, it has it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. What really matters is that the disc is good. Will it play in your machine? That's what's important. I mean, you guys have seen my collection. I get movies from the library. I get movies from the library. They have stickers all over the place on them. My collection is not one of pristine cleanliness because the last thing I know, a movie isn't judged by how good it looks in a cover. It's how good it's how good the movie is. And let me once again let me show you. Okay, so I just grabbed a few right here. Uh, I grabbed a few. So this is what I'm talking about. Let's see. Icelord says, oh, the Icelord just dropped it. He says, Jamie says, I like slipcovers because they often have nice artwork and they look nice and clean on the shelves, but I would never consider myself obsessive and I never attack anybody for not having them. Thank you. Yes, Jamie, because you and I, we are, you and I, and we know what time it is. Uh, Boutique, our good friend, Boutique, budget boutiquer. Uh, it could be a new one, Wes. The mighty Ice Lord has Cat o' Nine Tails, Profundo Rosso, Bird with a Crystal Plumage, Dawn of the Dead, 10 versions, Three Mothers Trilogy, 6 versions, Phenomena, uh, Tenebrae, Stendhal Syndrome, Dracula 3D. I think that's the one, Dracula 3D. That's the one I'm looking for. That's the one on IFC. Is that Dracula 3D on IFC, Wes? Um, okay, so here's I'm just gonna give you a real microcosm of my collection because you guys all know I go to the library every Tuesday, right? So you guys know that, and I get the movies, right? So these are the movies. These are some of the movies. These are some of the A24 films that I've gotten at the library. So you can see the stickers there, and you can see the stickers on the spine right there. So there it is, right? That's how they sit in my shelf. So if someone walked in my house, that's exactly what they would see. I have yet anybody to say anything like, Jesus, guy, that looks ugly as hell. No one's ever said that to me because no one gives a shit. Only thing they care about is what movies are they and how did you like them? That's what people say. They don't sit there and say, where's the fucking slipcover? If you don't have a slipcover, it doesn't mean anything if you don't have a slipcover. Well, Fat Polly, sit on that and go counterclockwise because I don't have that. And a lot of people don't have that. But to talk shit about them because they don't, just no class. No class at all. Um, let's see. Jamie says, like, I have to draw the line at stickers, but I'd be trying to pull them all off. I get that. I can understand that. But you know what? I don't. It doesn't really matter to me. Maybe because no one's ever going to see them unless I show them on here. Maybe that's it. I don't care. The only thing I care about is as long as they play. If they play, if it plays, I'm good. Um, that's really I did not know this. I'm totally naive to the fact that it got to be that fanatical about it. I mean, I hear people talk about steel books. I get the idea you don't want your steel books banged up. I mean, I've heard people complain about that, or if a DVD gets banged in delivery. If you're buying something brand new and it gets banged up in delivery, by all means you should be bitch about it. If you buy a steel book and it has a dent in it, by all means you should complain about that. But totally. But if the movie comes brand new and it doesn't have a slipcover on it, I'm gonna complain. No, go sit down. Go sit down somewhere. You don't need to complain to the fact that your movie didn't come with a slipcover. You could look for one. I mean, you could do what my friend Dan did. He went looking for one and he found there are places that you can go and you can actually trade slipcovers. Wow, just like movies. I mean, if it means that much to you, but it doesn't mean that it gives you the right to sit there and criticize other people who don't necessarily believe in slipcovers. Uh, Yep. Yeah, I've gotten a few of those too, Nanette. I've gotten a few of those. They came from Blockbuster. Blockbuster used to put some of the movies that they didn't have cases for. They put them in a small paper holder, and they sell them at the register for like $1. I had a few of those. All you did was you just took them home and you put them inside of a book, and then if you found the cover for it, then you get a cover for it. It's just something else to look for when you're out there film hunting. And he has to have colored cases for certain films too. uh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, those are the type of people that take the fun out of movie collecting. When you see that analness, it's just like, dude, it's 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 just a film. It's just a movie. It's just a movie. It's all it is. It's just a movie. It's no reason to go ape shit over it. Um, before I go, I should let you guys know. I tried this once before and I didn't. The Ice Lord is going to be coming up in 10 minutes. Everybody, the Ice Lord is going to be coming up in 10 minutes. And let's see if we could drop. I think I dropped it earlier, but I'm going to drop it again now. Um, let's see. Where is the Ice Lord? I got to drop the Ice Lord's link here, so you guys all run over there to the Ice Lord and Jennifer. They're going to be lighting it up. They are going to be lighting it up. All right. All right. 17 more minutes, and we're all going to be rushing over to the Ice Lord, to the ninth circle, which I heard might be coming back. I'm really, really hoping, since Psychobabble seems to have gone the wayside. So, so I think that's gone by the wayside. So I think the Ice Lord's nice circle should come back. There is the Ice Lord. He is up next right here. Please go on over there and support Jennifer and Wes. They're going to be tearing it up tonight. 3 to 4 rock and roll. I say 3 to 4 plus. I say it's going to run a little bit longer than an hour. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Knowing the Ice Lord, I hear he's going to be showing off some of his new budget ballas pickups that he's got. Some budget baller pickups coming from the Ice Lord, and maybe Jennifer could show us some of those $200 tree movies that she has, that she still has in her house. I would like to see that. I personally like to see the 200 videos that Jennifer still has stacked up. So maybe that will happen. Um, see, the eyesore is talking about his other collection of Fulci, Gates of Hell trilogy. That's amazing. Though I didn't like Cemetery that much, but I do love Gates of Hell, and I absolutely love the Beyond. The Beyond has one of the best 10 minutes endings that I've ever seen on any movie, any genre. It's one of the best endings. It is one of the interesting. Um, let's see. He's going to get the ninth level going again with special guests. Special guests. And Wes has had some heavyweight directors come through there. He's had some great interviews. In fact, he partook in a documentary. He had his channel used as a background for a documentary film that was being made. So the Ice Lord is rather famous, if you ask me. And it's always gonna be super cool to see the ninth level come back strong. And that will be, I'm not sure what time it'll be, but Wes will tell us all in the next hour or so, as him and Jennifer tear it up. At 10 o'clock, I think that's when JT said that he would be back. He will be running from 10 to 11. Then Limonia and Mr. Bones are going to be taking over from 11 o'clock to whenever. And I know JT said that after she's done, then he would go back up and take us as far as we can. I don't know how much has been donated so far. As far as us, I don't think I'm going to come close to what I did last time. but I'm very grateful for the donations that did come through. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Um, all right. Uh, that's amazing. I saw who donated. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Um, that's cool as hell. That's cool as hell. All right. Let me tell you what's going on in the calendar. I only got 6 minutes left before the mighty Icelord comes on. Or I got wait a minute. I got a little longer than that. Let me see how much time do I got. I got 14. I got about 10 minutes. So next week we have a full slate of shows on the 23rd Sunday at 4 o'clock here on my channel. Here on my channel tomorrow night at 4 o'clock. I'll be here with hosting Eric's. This is Eric hosting Eric. We're doing the Hallmark movies. Ships of the Night, a Martha Vineyard mystery. That will be at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. On Tuesday, we have actress Anna Exiden will be here with us. She is a very sprightly independent horror actress with a very cool and unique look, and she'll be here with us on the 23rd at 8 o'clock, on the 25th at 8 o'clock, and then the 26th, we have the two gentlemen that are relaunching Anchor Bay Entertainment, Anchor Bay Films. We have Brian Katz and Thomas Zembek will be here on Wednesday, the 26th. The 26th. And so if you are fans of Anchor Bay Entertainment and all their shows they put out, they had a tremendous run, and then Lion Gates bought them and closed them down in 2017. These gentlemen have bought in the name of Anchor Bay and are coming back and relaunching it. So we're going to be talking to them what that's going to entail, whether that includes physical media and TV series, because I know Anchor Bay had a tremendous body of work in terms of films and TV series. And in fact, I just gotten recently. I got two Anchor Bays in Camelot, this only season of Camelot, and I picked up Highlander season 3. Both those shows, along with both of those shows, as well as the Hercules and Xenia. They were put out by Anchor Bay. They have a tremendous reputation with physical media collectors, and Thomas and Brian are going to come back and try to reestablish that. They already have a company already called Umbrellic, which they have released some films out of, and they also work with different film production companies and making sure they get the services they need in order to get the films made. And they will be here on Wednesday. That is a show you probably do not want to miss. If you're into physical media and you want to see the history of it, where we're going with it, Wednesday show will probably be the one show you want to come and watch, because we'll be asking those questions, and you'll be asking those questions too, because we will throw every question that you have to them, to Brian and Thomas. We'll be throwing them at them Wednesday. So if you have really good questions, bring them on Wednesday, and they will get answered. I think it's important. I think this might be one of the most important interviews that I've done so far, because this really does tell us where we're going to go. If these gentlemen are actually going to relaunch Anchor Bay and put out physical media, that's a really positive sign for all of us that love physical media. It's a really positive saying. If they come out and they sit there and say, "Well, we don't know, we might be doing streaming," that's also really important to know too. It's really important to know. Real quick, and on Thursday we have actress Ashley Hargraves will be here with us on Thursday. I said I've told the story a couple of times. Thank you, Wes. Thank you. Um, Richard Stanley is my most important. I really enjoyed that too. I really enjoyed talking to him. I really enjoyed uh, uh, oh God, I would love to get Paul Verhoeven. Are you kidding me? Starship Troopers is like in my top 3 films ever. After Superman, probably Star Wars, probably Starship Troopers. I love Starship Troopers is the shit. That's why I'm always giving Larry. That's why Larry's never going to get rid of me quoting Starship Troopers to him. Because he doesn't know that, but when he took the picture of Ironside, he opened the door. Um, I was gonna say, what was I gonna say here? Yeah, it flew away real quick. I'll come back. I'm looking at the clock. I don't want to go past my time because Wes and Jennifer will be going up here soon. And I definitely want you guys to go over there and support them. Um, we did all right, guys. We did all right. We raised $60 at least through the GoFundMe. I'm not sure about the other aspects of it, but the super GoFundMe, we got $60 raised. I appreciate every penny of that. I really do. Um, of course, you can always welcome to donate past us. You don't have to just donate to be here. You could donate, for as long as it's up. I'm not sure for how long that is, but as long as it stays up, you will be able to donate to Hobbs. Um, let's see. Let's see. It's fun that he's probably the person who hates America the most, and still has made some of the best movies in about America ever. Yeah, I'm with you about that. I don't. Yeah, he might. Paul. It's safe to say. Is it safe to say, Gizmo, that he saw our future before we did? Like I didn't see our future until 9/11. When 9/11 happened, I saw our future. I saw where we were going. I wonder if he saw that earlier in the 90s. Who's taking over at 11? That will probably be Lamonia, Jaden. Lamonia will be taking on at 11. And with that, it's 2 hours. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here and want you guys all go over to the Icelords channel. Uh, there's the Icelords channel. You guys need all flow over there right now. Raid the hell out of the Icelord. And when you're over there, uh, and when you walk over there, I want you to put one thing in the chat when you walk over there. I want you to put Autobots roll out. I want everybody to put that there when they walk over to Wes's channel. Autobots roll out. See how many people can do that. Um, I would love to see like 5 or 6 people to go out there and put Autobots roll out. That would be a lot of fun. So kick ass to Jennifer and Wes. I want to thank you guys all for having me and listen to me for 2 hours ramble and ramble on. I don't know what the hell happened to the friendly men. I guess they pulled the shoot on me. I guess so. I don't know sure what happened. Didn't get a message, didn't get nothing. So maybe they wanted to go on Wes's channel. That could be it. They could hang out with Wes and Jennifer. Um, but thank you guys all, and I will see you tomorrow. I will see you, some of you guys. I will see you at 4 o'clock on Video Tasty's channel. I will be there. I'll be back at 4 o'clock, and him and I will be covering Kype Cussler's Sahara. But for right now, from 3 to 4, take your ass on over to the Icelord's channel. And yeah, a little late for that, guys. All right, we're out of here. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.